Welcome, guys. Welcome back to Let's Bridge It. Today, we are going to be speaking about a very interesting topic. Cookie is going to inform us on that.
Guys, today we're speaking about democracy. We're also talking about the elections, the youth participation in politics, as well as the recent SONA that happened.
Just to disclose something, we are not affiliated with any party. All we're doing is just giving our perspective based on what has taken place this past few months in our country as well.
Please subscribe to our channel, like our videos, share it, follow us on Instagram, and please enjoy the video.
I do not follow politics. I am not proud of not following politics. I do think people should follow politics because that's where decisions are made for you.
On my side, how do I feel about politics? Unfortunately, I don't have any feelings about it, and that's the problem.
I'm interested in politics. I'm studying politics right now, so I think it's very interesting when you look at social science and you apply it to politics now, and you look at the history of our country and the policies that are in place and our politicians, and then also you see how people are reacting to our politicians. So I'm very enthusiastic about politics.
I don't follow politics. I thought social science was just the subject I did at the time. I don't really feel much about politics. That's just my opinion.
My feelings are very mixed. They're really mixed in the terms of the fact that I'm falling behind and I would like to catch up, and it's something that I would like to, but then I don't give it the time, because I feel like times have changed, so things are more advanced now. There's just an influx of data and an influx of information that we give more of our attention to other things rather than the things that actually impact our lives.
No, a valid reason. I must disclose, I did register to vote. I did vote the first time I had a chance to vote, which was in 2014. I voted in 2014. I registered to vote when I moved up, but then unfortunately I had to go home. I was not informed that you could vote from wherever for national elections. I only found out in the news at night and it was too late for me to vote. So yeah, I was planning to vote. That's how I didn't vote.
I also did not vote. The reason I didn't vote was because I didn't register. And then
I did. I voted.
I did.
Oh yes, I did. Right. That's right. That's right.
Because I wanted to participate in the elections, and because, like I said, I'm enthusiastic about politics. At the end of the day, politics governs our whole lives. It influences our day-to-day living, from the price of petrol to the price of bread and milk. So I wanted to take part in this. Yeah.
There wasn't a really valid reason. It was the fact that I want to participate in this thing. I'm a first-time voter. To be honest, that's why.
It did. I'm a first-time voter. I couldn't vote the first time, so I was really excited. I came back home from Val to vote. It was a thing. Me, my brother, my mom, my brother's girlfriend went to the voting station. It meant something to me. Yeah.
For me, it just meant that the party that I voted for would get more seats in parliament and hopefully win. And I did vote, and I hoped that whoever I voted for could actually just be maybe president. Very hopeful.
Impact. That's what it meant to me. Hoping that it'll make an impact. At the same time, to be honest, hoping for that. I was really hoping for that change when I went to the ballot. I was like, okay, I'm hoping that this will be changed.
Yes, I am absolutely hope for the future of South Africa. I feel like South Africa is very smart, creative people. There's a lot, if you see even the generations before, they all started from apartheid, but even here sitting with fancy cameras, imagine where your parents could have started from and how that has made how much more of a difference, of which we're also going to be more advanced than our parents. So I have a hope for it. It's just that probably not everyone will be on the same page, but yeah, absolutely.
I agree as well. I also have a hope for South Africa. It's quite amazing, although people might say whatever they want about our generation. I know a few friends of mine who are going out of their way to make South Africa a better place, starting initiatives to feed the homeless, feed the hungry.
Damn.
I have hope for South Africa maybe in 10 years, but in the next 5, I don't think so. I think the next 5 is going to be really tough. I think the next 5 people are going to focus on correcting what has been what has literally just been 10 bad years of bad service next 5 years, not so much. The next 10, maybe. Like,
Not because I'm just an enthusiastic person, but I believe that each and every country has its flaws. I really do have hope. It's an opportunity. I see South Africa as an opportunity, and because there's a lot of improvement, there's a lot of room for improvement. So now we're going to talk about why aren't we voting? You know, whether it's the youth or the population in general. So what do you guys think? You know, let's dig in deep into this.
I don't think the government did a good job in trying to educate people as to the importance of voting.
But why do you say they didn't do that? Because the whole campaign, like, I even knew the ad where they were like, your ex say, your mark makes it.
They even paid Lasizwe to do a campaign on it.
Yeah.
So they actually even went to the spaces where people would generally be Instagram and following random people.
When I say they didn't do enough, I mean they campaigned for you to vote for them, right? But the importance of voting in a democracy wasn't like relied to citizens in general.
Do you get what I mean? Though was vote, go register to vote.
Yeah.
Every time we got SMSs to be like, did you register yet to vote?
They-
Go vote.
Do you not think that they were only emphasizing voting because election time was coming? But instead of the fact that, hey,
fair point,
listen,
fair point,
you
okay.
have a right to vote. Vote
This is
because actually the citizens determine how they want to be governed, right? It is by your choice and by your vote that you participate
So
in
my
politics.
question,
And you basically
my
making
question
us
then would go and
then-
be like, when would you say they should have made you learn it and all of this? Would you say it's a responsibility of our school curriculum to be like, okay, from grade 8, because we did learn that we got freedom in 1994. We have those generic facts about it. We don't know that much about apartheid or whatever. So would you say in that, should they start introducing it within there, or should it be a matter of there should be random pop-up campaigns on your Instagram or on your search feed, like, okay, this is what voting is, this is what it means, without it being elections. Like right now, it's straight after elections. Maybe next year they start re-educating us about that.
one is in school, right? But also at the same time, I think because it's information that you have to go seek out for yourself. If it was information that was easily accessible to everybody, that's what I'm saying. I feel like the importance at the core of what democracy isn't really being explained to everybody. Because at the end of the day, you have a choice, right? And your choice influences how you're being governed. You're choosing who's going to govern you.
Yes,
And that's
for me, it was more of, I agree with that. Like, you raised a very valid point, but it was more of, then what are we saying going forward should happen to make sure that we are those educated people? Because the stats relating to how many youth actually voted was very bad.
True, that it could just easily be in policy implementation. Like right now, most people don't even know that South Africa has a Batubele policy, which is basically in public services, you're not allowed to be treated like a second-class citizen. Like there are guidelines as to how you're supposed to be treated, like what services you're supposed to get wherever you go in government spheres and public spheres. So it could just be implementing it in policies and then making it a public thing in news. Like have the same way they tell you wash your hands in these small adverts. Be like, guys, you live in a democracy, participate.
What I want to ask, right? Remember, I understand what you guys are saying, but remember, you need to drive the behavior of the person. You need to drive the why. Why do I vote? I just can't vote because I'm supposed to participate. What is my reward? What am I getting at the end?
Yeah.
Remember, we should cover those facets as well. That I need to drive the human being, the why behind the person. That okay, I'm voting because I will get this towards the end. Unfortunately, if you're not voting someone who's gonna govern you, they have to give something in return. They have to govern you. Okay, I'm governed. I'm safe in the way I'm being governed. You know. So, for example, if I vote, I'm expecting if I don't have a job, I want a job. I want a house because I need water. And unfortunately, the reason why people are not, because throughout all these years, unfortunately, promises that have been made, they haven't been fully met. That's what I believe. That's why people are not voting.
The youth that don't go and vote. We've seen a case where in Alex, there's a lady that sells acha, and she doesn't vote because she literally said in her own words that they get rich, we get poor. So for her, she said that the last time she voted for Nelson Mandela. She's never gonna vote. After so many times, I mean, how many times have South Africa voted ever since? Six times. And these people don't see change because their situations around them they don't see any change. They wake up and it's the same thing. It's the same hustle. It's the same poverty trap they're stuck in. So they don't see a difference for them. They don't see the need for them to be able to wake up in the morning, go stand in those long queues to vote for tomorrow to be the same again. So I feel like that's why not just the youth, but some other people are not voting, because like they say, your parents are your platform. You can only rise as higher than them. So if your parents' platform is as low as these elders are, you can only get so far. And it's so hard. We all know how hard it is to get out of the poverty trap. Like, this is one thing that I was taught at school, that getting out of the poverty trap is like the hardest thing to ever do. So I think that's why people aren't voting for the youth and for the elders as well. Just
I think also the greatest thing about democracy is the fact that you're supposed to. Democracy is like you voting is you holding the government accountable.
Yes.
You hear me? So
Precisely.
if you're unhappy with the party that has been in power, you go vote for someone else. The reason why there's political contestation is the fact that there are other people, like political powers or parties that are available to you, that so you can actually challenge the power of the government in charge, so that you can make them accountable, and they see that, oh, we're losing support. Other opposition powers are gaining support. Let us make sure that we stay in power. So if you don't participate, you're still going to give the government that you're complaining about power to govern over you.
Most of the reasons why people do not vote, they're like, I look at my streets, they're dirty. I look at my environment. It's the way it is, like it was 4 years ago. That's what it is. People have seen. They've waited for those rewards. People will not say, no, I'm not getting any rewards without actually, Because if you say, put a coin there, and 1,000 more coins will come up. You put that coin. Maybe 2 come up. Okay, you put again. This time nothing. Would you expect that person to put the coin again? It's that kind of thing where you get what I'm saying.
I understand the frustration. Right?
Yeah,
that's why I'm saying
it's more of a frustration than anything else.
It's frustration, and I understand it, but also at the same time, if you're not happy with the government that is in power, right? The reason why you're allowed to go vote and say, hey, I'm not happy, so I'm gonna go vote for opposition, right? And then you then decrease maybe from 60% to 50%, and then it's like, oh guys, we're actually at risk of losing our country, right? And also the thing is, we only get to vote 5 years.
Yes.
Right? So if you don't participate then, and then 10 years later, you're like, but I'm like,
Yes.
what's hard?
You're very right. You're very right. I think it's also what we need to tackle. We need to tackle the facet of people's experiences. And unfortunately, we all have different experiences.
Yes.
We cannot relate fully. It's just like when I was talking to the elders the other day, they were like, I was a man who was beaten by when back in the apartheid days. I can't fully relate with that. I can understand pain through your articulation, but the actual experience now, the emotion, the feelings and stuff like that, they can see it in a different way than I can. You know what I'm saying? So it becomes a bit more difficult to convince someone, say, "Good thing, because this is how it happened." But all his life for 8 to 10 years, all he's seen is literally maybe a margin of 10% in terms of improvement.
One of the main reasons I don't vote as well is because I actually don't know who to vote for. Cookie, you said just now that if you're not happy with the people in power, go and vote for the opposition, right? And I agree with you, right? But for me, and I think for a lot of people in our generation, we were talking just now, and it was mentioned that a few of us don't even watch the news. Unfortunately, I'm one of those people who don't watch the news. I want to watch the news, but I don't. And that's probably, it's bad on me, cool. But with that being said, how can the youth make calculated, sound decisions when it comes to voting?
Watch the news. Look what's happening around, right? And then look up what politics is. Look up South African politics. Parties that are that are around you. And that's what I'm saying. That's when it's like you look up the parties that stand with what you believe. The ANC manifesto is great, like there's manifestos.
So I think that's also where it's like, so for a generic person who doesn't know and would like to start knowing, what's their starting point? Like, do I just Google ANC, and then an ANC website pops up, and then I'm like, okay, let me click it, and then I'll get the manifestos like that and see what ANC values are or DA values. It's that simple.
Yeah, you get manifestos. I mean, the ANC has the Bill of Rights. We all know what the Bill of Rights are. It's just actively getting information for yourself, so then you can then make your own basis of opinion. That's what I'm saying. Like at the end of the day, it is your own responsibility.
And you're right. That made me realize something that I guess I didn't think about, the fact that in my lifetime I only have a set amount of times to vote.
Precisely.
So the next time you're gonna vote, I'm gonna be 28. Like I'm gonna be thinking about my kids now. It's like, yo, I can't just I'm not gonna just vote for the sake of, okay, let me just put an X on the ballot. It's like, okay, what do I want for my kids in the future? What who's offering me what?
Thank you.
You know? Yeah.
All right, thank you so much, guys, for joining us today in our topic of discussion. Basically, what we wanted to just say is that this impacts anybody, will impact you, even though you are like me or people that don't vote. This special
I
child.
wasn't saying like that. I want to vote.
I think the importance of this discussion is that whatever the voting process determines how our futures is going to look like, how your kids' futures are going to look like. So important to just take the initiative to go and study about these things, to just go and look up. She has gone the extreme mile of going to go study this. So we need to just take initiative and just look it up and just be active citizens of South Africa and vote and just be awesome, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Until next time, don't forget to like and subscribe our Instagram page. Subscribe. Put like the link down below.
Individual Instagram.
Yes, thank you so much. We love you guys so much. Thank you so much for all the love and the feedback. We love you guys.
What?
Prosper, succeed. Prosper,
What?
succeed.